Catherine says, my son is military. He says these people are already lawbreakers. We don't speak anymore, and I don't see us reconciling. Well, we will pray that you will, that you'll be able to rebuild that relationship. And again, I don't know how many people are actually arguing that the border should just be wide open and everybody should come across from any direction, across all borders everywhere. I mean, that I actually think that'd be kind of cool. But I'm coming at this from a different perspective, and I'm not trying to force that on anybody. But I will say, almost everybody that I've spoken to, their big concern is how. Right? It's how you're doing it. It's not what you're doing. It's how you're doing it. Obama sent millions of people home. He spent millions of people, deported millions of people. Biden deported millions of people. Trump did it before. It's not what they're doing. Like there is a need to uphold the laws of the land. Absolutely. I get that. But it's how you are doing it that is so horrible. People are upset with how the system is going about it. I've had this conversation. I'm going to make this about church all of a sudden, just to give a sense, right? The church, we are told in the Gospel of Mark, I believe, and I think it's in the Gospel of Matthew as well, go and make disciples of all nations. Jesus is real clear. They call it the Great Commissioning. Go and make disciples of all nations. Get out there and proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ. Get out there and evangelize. Get out there and share with people all that Jesus has done in your life, and share with people all that Jesus can do in their life. Share with them the stories. Share with them the commandments. Share with them everything that is contained within our scripture and everything in the church tradition. Share our hymn. Get out there, right? We're told this. You've heard all this before. Now, the people that I've encountered in life, none of them have a problem with the fact that that's what Christians are told. But most have a problem with how some Christians choose to do it. Oh, I'm going to stand on a soapbox and yell at people on it at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to call them names. I'm going to get on YouTube and I'm going to call this person a degenerate. I'm going to call that person a sinner, and I'm going to call this one evil and vile, and I'm going to call that one a communist or whatever else. You've seen these people. I'm going to share the gospel by taking money from seniors for trinkets or for water or whatever the case might be, something that I'm selling them as a sacred and holy object. That's how I'm sharing the gospel. I'm going to share the gospel by telling people they're supposed to hate this person or that one. Or maybe not hate them, but hate what they represent and hate the sin that they think this person. Most people don't have a problem with the church doing what the church is supposed to do. Where the problem often comes in is when the church is how the church does it. How we do it matters. How we do what we're supposed to do matters. And so if the U.S. government is operating in a way that is outside of the Constitution, which is the lighthouse for the U.S. government, then yeah, people are going to have a problem with that. And I think a justified problem with that, because once the government steps away from the Constitution, they may keep stepping away from the Constitution. And what the government will do to one group of people, the government will eventually come and do to the rest of us. Personally, I think you could look at these protests and say these are people who, it's not that they're protesting against something, it's that they're protesting for something. Whereas, excuse me, Catherine, your son might say they've already broken the law. Maybe he would argue, well, this is a matter of upholding the law. I understand. It's how you are choosing to uphold the law that's the problem, because the way you are choosing to uphold the law is actually outside of the law. I think you're going to see a lot of people out there protesting because ICE, because the administration, because the government is operating outside of the Constitution. No king, Congress. No king, Senate. No king, executive branch. No king, the courts. No king. the Constitution. You can execute the laws in ways that are illegal.